are going to be catapulted in the labor market. And moreover, we live in the 21st century, in which technology has become so powerful yet fundamental in our everyday lives. But as we all know, it also widened discriminations between genders.
Is even bigger because all the inequalities that exist in the real world exist in the digital world. I give one example: the gender pay gap is 14% in European average. In the real world, in digital world, in ICT jobs, even 19%. So,
and I think most of us have submitted everywhere. So it means there is still a great deal of challenges we have to tackle.
We were just thinking about how kind of disappointed we are, how much the equality hasn't been achieved yet in the different countries.
Still do live in societies in which, unfortunately, there is gender-based violence, in which we have to change upon all gender stereotypes. And also we are experiencing gaps within the labor market, within all the sectors of our economy, even within the way in which we are taking care of our citizens.
So human rights belongs to all of the people. So that's why the women's rights and the LGBTIQ rights are human rights, and they are universal.
Women's rights are human rights. So it's not a matter of women, it's not a matter of men. It's everybody must be interested in this issue. Because if women win, also men win.
When we are speaking about gender equality, we should remember one very important thing. It's not just about the formal defense of equal rights. It's about making that in practice a reality.
in the real world, we are not yet there where we want. We are fighting for a union of equality. And in the digital world, this union of equality is even more further away.
Unfortunately, there are still political actors, but in general, people that would like to get consensus and more popularity within our society, trying to polarize the divisions within the society, trying to put ourselves the one against the other, and not understanding that diversity is a richness. This is not a limit. This is something we should defend. We should understand that any violation of fundamental rights of every human being is a problem, not just for that human being, but for all the rest of the community.
How can we react if we are victims of discrimination? And as young women, how can we make the difference?
It's not about the empowerment itself, but about the ideology that men have.
On pay transparency, which Commissioner Dagli just brought to the Parliament, and I'm lucky to be the shadow rapporteur on that. And this is where we want transparency so that people can see in a company, women can see if they earn the same for this equal work for equal value. So these are steps where we can, as European Parliament, interfere and let.
First, react always. If it is against you, inform it to Twitter, to TikTok, to Facebook, wherever you are. And even though they say your claims are not right, inform it anyway. We are fighting to have a legislation in the FEM committee on this digitalization to include all types of the hate speech.
We need to bring this issue, we need to bring this discussion within the education system of all our countries, because this is something that you have to learn since you are growing up, since you are starting your primary school. Then it will become for you natural to see the world in this approach. It will become the most important antidote to this kind of rhetorics that you are sometimes experiencing.
The question is, do we have the political will not only to say these are important, but to put this in force?
So we have to start changing ourselves, because we are the future. Young people are the future. We have to be the first in starting the change, because we will be in politics in the next future. So we have to start changing our minds.